Good afternoon, everyone. I will call the public hearing to order. We will begin with Mr. Johnson, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Board, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice Chair, members of the Board, Mr. Superintendent. The FY 2019 General Fund budget was approved by the Cobb County School District Board in May of 2018. Included in this budget was a continuation of the same general fund millage rate as the year before of 18.9 mils. This means that from a millage rate perspective, the school board did not raise the millage tax rate. Administration is proposing to maintain the existing 18.9 general fund millage rate. The Cobb County School District Board has a long history of keeping property taxes low. The following are several statistics. Number one, the Cobb County School Board has kept the general fund millage rate the same at 18.9 mils since 2007. Two, the last change in the general fund millage rate was a millage decrease in 2007 from 19 mils to 18.9 mils. Three, the Cobb County Board of Education completely eliminated the debt service millage in 2007 from 0.9 mils to 0 mils. This decision resulted in the school district being completely free of long-term debt. Four, during the budget shortages that began in 2006, the board never utilized the option of increasing the general fund millage rate. Included in the 2019 budget that the board approved was a 6% estimate of net property value digest growth in Cobb County. I am pleased to present to the board today that the actual property digest growth from the Cobb County tax assessor was 8.21%. We worked very closely with the tax assessor, and we got their initial estimate at 6%. I'm pleased to note, too, that they're conservative in their estimate, so it came in at 2.21% higher. It is important to note that a completely separate entity, the Cobb County tax assessor, assesses property values annually in Cobb County. If the tax assessor lowers the value of a Cobb citizen's home, the district's millage rate will be applied to the lower value, and that property owner will pay less property taxes. If the tax assessor increases the value of a Cobb County citizen's home, the district's millage rate will be applied to a higher property value, and that property owner will pay more in property tax. In either case, though, the school district millage rate is still 18.9 mils, and our general fund millage rate has not increased. Georgia law currently contains a provision that was originally called the Georgia Taxpayer Bill of Rights, which in essence state that in a year when the property value digest increases, school districts must hold 3 public hearings for citizen input, because even if the district's millage rate remains the same, the school district will receive additional property tax revenue because of the increased property values. Per an extremely detailed Georgia law, the district is scheduled to conduct 3 public hearings on this matter, and our schedule has to comply with their exact timing requirements that are actually written into Georgia law code. The meeting schedule is as follows. Meeting number 1 was on July 11th at 11 a.m. in the boardroom. Meeting number 2 is now, July 19th at 12 noon in the boardroom. And meeting number 3 is scheduled for later today at 6:30 in the boardroom. The district is scheduled to establish the general fund millage rate tonight at the 7 p.m. board voting meeting in the boardroom. Mr. Chairman, that is my presentation for this meeting, and I'm available to answer questions.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Board, any questions? Mr. Doyle, are we ready to move to public comments? Where are we at?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have 1 speaker. And how much time can we allot?
4 minutes.
Okay. Our speaker is Donna C. Rowe from the Cobb Association of Realtors, who will discuss the budget.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, thank you very much for allowing me to speak today. I've come before you. I am the chairman of the Public Affairs Committee for the Cobb Association of Realtors, but I'm speaking to you mainly as a citizen today. I have attended all the millage rate increase town hall meetings, and I've seen a lot of you there. And as you know, the citizens are very concerned about millage at this particular time. I do commend you for sticking with your 18.9%, and we are supportive of that. I do want to give you a professional opinion, though, on doing your budget. I would suggest you be very conservative in your budget regarding the increase of the assessed values of properties. I remind you of 2007, 2008, and 2009, what happened to our values of property, and that is very likely could happen again. The projections are that we will stay on course at least for the next 18 months. However, things happen, and when things happen, housing goes down. So if you're basing raises or if you're basing bonuses or anything like that on the present assessed value of property, I warn you to err on the side of conservative values of property, because that is a fluctuating thing and it is dictated by the market. And I'm giving you that as my professional opinion as a broker in Georgia. But I do thank you very much for listening to me. The Board of Realtors is very appreciative of the wonderful schools that we have to sell. I commend you on the beautiful building that you're building over on Terrell Mill, East Cobb Middle School, and Brumby. Brumby definitely needed that. And we do thank you for that. And I thank you all for your dedication to the students and the parents and the teachers of Cobb County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Rowe. Mr. Doyle, if there are no other speakers, can we wait about 10 minutes? And then if not, we can adjourn?
Sure. We can stand adjourned at 2:15 or 2:16 if no other speakers arrive.
That sounds good. I'm with that. I guess we're in recess until then?
No,
We're still in,
recess until, but we'll just automatically adjourn to
got it.
12:16.
12:16, we'll adjourn if there are no other speakers. Thank you.